Hey guys, and welcome to my Q&A video. I know I posted it last Friday, but I wanted to give it the weekend so people could comment on it and give it some time to get some traction. And a lot of people actually commented, which is very surprising to me. I'm very happy that that's the case. But anyways, let's just get into the questions. All right, Shadow Person 6 asks, what's your favorite movie and TV show? My favorite TV show of all time would have to be Breaking Bad. If you haven't watched it, totally recommend it. Greatest show ever. The beginning is kind of slow, but if you get past it, oh my god, it's amazing. Movie? I've always said that I liked I Am Legend. I haven't watched it in forever, but I've always loved it. Feminix asks, will you ever get better fashion sense? I'm literally gonna let you guys be the judge on this one. I'm rocking my shirt, some sweatpants, and this is actually my day-to-day wear. So if you were to ask any of my friends, they would say I have the most non-existent fashion sense out of anyone on the planet. On the record, I'm just gonna say no, I'm not gonna get better fashion sense. Desiree Grace says, what are you wanting to achieve as a successful YouTuber? Basically, what's your end goal? And that's a very good question. So I started up my YouTube channel back in 2007, maybe even before that. I don't remember exactly a date. Actually, I can look it up. Yeah, I hit it spot on. I joined March 1st, 2007. That was my very first channel. I've had maybe 6 channels overall. And the main goal of every single one of these channels was just to upload content to entertain people. I've wanted to do gaming since day one. I just didn't have the equipment or the knowledge or the experience to do any of that. Literally, I edited on a little Lenovo laptop with Sony Vegas, but that was back in 2007. But to go back to the question, I'd have to say my end goal would probably be just to, help inspire other people to create more content. And, just for my own personal self, I would like to get potentially as big as either Mark or Jack, and there's no way in hell I'm getting as popular as PewDiePie, but it would just be cool to be a part of a community on YouTube. It's a dream of mine, and I don't expect it to happen because YouTube is very congested and it's very hard to gain any traction anymore. But with that being said, it hasn't stopped me. I want to upload content, and whoever sees it, and whoever subscribes. And, we're at 400 now, by the way, which is amazing. I never thought I'd be at 400 for a channel that I made. That's honestly mind-blowing to me, because if you think about it, that's a room, that's an auditorium of people. Think about that. 100 people is crazy amount. Think if you had to go give a presentation to 100 people, could you do it? I don't know if, my social skills have kind of elevated themselves, so I maybe could. A Max Animations says, have you ever considered trying to make videos of non-PC games? And to answer your question, Max, I have actually. I played Until Dawn, and that was really fun. That was actually my first time using a capture card. I used an Elgato, and it actually went horribly for me. I had to re-record the last 3 episodes of that series about 6 times each, because every time it would crash, lag, the screen would be all stuttering, and it would just be terrible. If you watch that series, you will see at the end of it, I am just quiet. I'm sitting there I'm not really interacting with anyone because I was so pissed about everything. But yeah, in the future I plan to do console games, and that actually ties in with another question. Nathan Bassett says, favorite gaming platform of all time excluding PC, and I'd have to say it was the Xbox 360. I played that with all of my friends, and to be honest, I kind of want to go back to those times because, unfortunately, we've kind of come to this way that games and people have evolved. It's not based solely on multiplayer and experiences anymore. I know that that probably makes no sense to you guys, but the way that I grew up, I used to play with my friend Phil, with Cody, with Seth, with, you know, a bunch of these people. We played Halo 3 all the time. We could just sit down for hours on end and just play. I also did have a lot more friends back then too, like people just to kind of talk to. But now I kind of have a smaller circle, so I'm kind of like making a counter argument here. It used to be like day after day after day after day that you'd go and play with your friends on a game. Now it's more so like maybe twice a month or maybe 3 times a month or so. At least for me. It's just like you play multiplayer with somebody. I wish it would kind of go back to the old days where I could just play multiplayer with people every day. That's kind of why I would like to be part of a community on YouTube, is so I actually have more people to play with. Faker Baker says, what made you want to start doing YouTube? And I think I already answered this. It was just the concept of me just wanting to upload content to YouTube. Perlurky59 says, will you do a shout out to channels when you get 400 subs? And I actually did hit 400 subs, but right now I just want to focus on content and getting more out just to help the community grow a little bit more. Maybe I'll give a shout out down the line a little bit more when there's more of a following. If there's more of a following, I don't even know if there will be. Natalie Schuler says, I've been wondering, what's your favorite color? If you guys have seen in my past videos, you would see the color of my walls are bright orange. I have loved the color orange forever. Back in the day, I used to be like, go with the mainstream. Everyone's like, oh, my favorite color is blue. Oh, my favorite color is green. I used to say, oh, my favorite color is blue. But then I was just like, I don't have to be like everybody else. So then I told everyone my true favorite color was orange. Everyone's like, oh, cool, whoa. It's actually neon orange if you want to get into specifics. And on top of that question, she also asks, is there a certain YouTuber who made you want to start up YouTube? Yes and no. In the beginning, I would say no. It was more so just me uploading content to the channel, and not this channel. I had, like I said, 6 other channels. I can link them if you guys would want. But in respect to gaming, I used to do gaming on this channel, and I kind of gave up for a while just because we had a plan back then. We kind of had I had some friends who wanted to join the channel, and then that kind of all fell apart, and that kind of discouraged me a lot from actually uploading. But then, I'm being honest, after watching Markiplier, after watching him do everything kind of on his own, I went back and looked at some of his older videos, and just watching him do it by himself, that really gave me kind of an inspiration to, you know, you can do this. You know, even if like the equipment that I have was kind of crappy back then, I have good equipment now, but it just kind of hit me that, you know, this guy did it by himself, and look where he is now. So then I thought, well, why not just give it a shot? Feminix asks again, who's your favorite Australian friend? She obviously wants me to say her, because she's from Australia, and she's actually one of my good friends, and we talk a lot on Instagram now. But in all honesty, I choose a kangaroo over you. I mean, who wouldn't? Kangaroos are rad AF. Natalie Schuler also asks, what's your most embarrassing childhood memory? Now this one is difficult to put into words because I have never been embarrassed very easily. I'm like I said, I'm an open book. I don't really care what people think of me in a way. But back in the day when it was like early YouTube starting up, I'd say like the first video that I uploaded was me literally just sitting there like, hey, I'm bored. I don't know what to do. And I had this like super long skater hair. So I'm just gonna play it so we can all look back on the poor soul that was me. What's up? I'm bored. So I decided to make a YouTube video. And yeah, I'm like really bored again, and I seriously need something to do. Like somebody I need to hang out with or something. I'm really bored, you know. All I have to do here is play my Xbox or PS3, and that's getting really boring. So oh boy, okay. Yeah, that was a thing. My voice has also gained some oomph to it since then, so I'm very happy. This is me going as low as I can. Jack Jarvis says, what mic are you using and what software do you use to record gameplay? So this one's actually like a mixed bag as well, because if you think about when I started doing my like video game plays throughs and stuff, it was different than it is now. So back then I used a Logitech webcam that was 720p, and I used the Logitech webcam software with that. And then for audio I used Audacity, that's free on Windows. And for recording gameplay, I used NVIDIA Shadowplay. But then if you were to compare it to now, today I use a Canon T4i for my webcam, and for audio I use my microphone hooked up to a mixer, hooked up to an audio box, hooked up to GarageBand on a Mac. So it's a little more advanced, and then I still use NVIDIA Shadowplay to record my screen. As for the microphone, this is my dad's microphone. He runs Sound for Bands. It would be a Rode NT1, but I'm thinking of upgrading soon once I get the available funds. Another comment says, who is your favorite YouTuber and where are you from? There's no doubt about it that all of you know by now that my favorite YouTuber is Markiplier. One day, I really hope that I can work with him or be in one of his videos or we can collaborate, but that is a very long time down the line. To the second question, I am from Minnesota. I'm not gonna go into specifics of where, just for privacy reasons, but yeah, Minnesota, the place where the wind hurts your face in the winters and the summer make you sweat balls. And just to keep this video kind of short, my last question is from Mr. Evo27 Gaming. He goes, I got a question, mate. What is your favorite game of all time? That is a very hard question to answer just because I have played so many games over the span of my lifetime. But if we were to go back to just pure enjoyment factor that I've had playing a game, I would have to say Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. I didn't mess around with any of the DS games or the Wii or whatever they came out with, like 2.5, 1.7965 or whatever the heck they are. I just played 1 and 2, and out of pure enjoyment, I'd have to say those were the best. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for my first ever Q&A, and I'm very happy that you guys participated in it because I didn't think the turnout would be nearly as much, but I was proven wrong. Thank you guys so much. Please feel free to comment down in the comment section below, letting me know what you thought of my responses. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it, and thank you guys so much, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace!